Good afternoon, everybody. I know many of you are chomping at the bit to know what's going on today from beautiful Colorado. What's good in Colorado today? Yo. Valentine's is coming. That's good news. There's somebody out there that loves you. You love somebody. Go find that person and share some love. Oh, oops. Nails are done. Sunglasses are right. I got full attire on today. There's more to see. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Okay, I have to change my glasses now. Y'all got a good look at my glasses? Some of you have seen me in these glasses before doing outreach. That was before I needed heavy prescription sunglasses. So let's swap these bad boys out because these little $2.50 sunglasses didn't quite qualify for the prescription lens. There we go. How is everybody? So we're on an adventure today. Okay, Bokomo, what's happening? Clinton, hey friends, thanks for being in here. So we have about a 15-minute wait before our friend Cowboy gets in the car. Why is Cowboy getting in the car today? Well, for those of you that know Cowboy's story and have kept up with Cowboy, for one, you know there's never a dull moment with Cowboy. So come along with us on today's adventure, as once again, Cowboy has lost his ID. Okay, you guys, it just happens. It's just the way it is. They're just facts. You deal with them or ignore them. Okay? Can't get anything done without an ID. So, we're going to go on that little adventure because we have an appointment with the Department of Motor Vehicles. And this particular location has had a serious beef with me in the past. We're going to swap out the sunglasses completely. It's been well over a year ago, probably close to 2 years, that I've been in this DMV. And they are not homeless person friendly. Okay? They just aren't. So, hopefully that's changed. Okay? But I'm not going to go in there recording because Cowboy's going to go in and take care of his business. And if he has a problem, he's going to come out and talk to me about it. Because what ends up happening is, as you all know, DMV in Colorado, driver's license offices, they freak out if there's any hint of a camera. Now, mind you, I have never even been inside a DMV with a camera because I've never just been in that situation. And I'm certainly not going to do that with my homeless friends because in the past, when we were dealing with IDs and trying to get documents and all of those things during COVID, just the mere presence of me standing outside recording the interaction of them having to check in, stand in line outside 10 feet apart from everybody, they called the cops on me twice. Okay. So this is in Lakewood, Colorado. And Lakewood police did respond, and both times they pretty much told DMV to pound sand. Good job, Lakewood Police Department. That's the only right thing you've done that I've seen in the last couple years. So we'll see how today goes. So that's what's going on with this little adventure. So this is going to be a long stream, probably one of those long, boring streams, I know. But these are good ride-alongs to see how things go, to hear from Cowboy, to see the work in progress that I said I would be taking a break from, and still I'm not doing that. It's never going to happen. I just have to scale way, way back. So for those of you that are wondering about Sheridan today, hey, Donald, how are you? Lou, always good to see Lou skunt in here, faithful follower. Paul, how are you? Clinton, did I miss a birthday? Well, happy birthday or belated birthday. Amanda, how are you? So good to see you in here. I know you've had a lot going on. Hopefully we catch up soon. So, what's going on in Sheridan? Well, my last live stream, if you were all paying attention, I went to observe their municipal court judge, who is 86 years old, if my math is correct, after reading his biography and checking some other statistics and talking with some folks. Yeah. So this guy's in between 86 and 88 years old. And Johnny Bravo and his brother and I went in there just to observe court. This has been a piece that I've wanted to connect for Sheridan to see what's going on in that municipal court. It's an open courtroom. They had no problems with us being in there. Court clerk administrator, the court clerk administrator secretary, and old man River sitting in the middle chair. With all due respect, you guys, look, I'm not here to come down on the elderly population, but there is a reason, there is a law in Colorado that judges have to retire at a higher level in the higher courts at the age of 62. Okay, there has to be some good competence in the brain without senility and incontinence of the system, we'll just say. Okay, he has a full-time caretaker who wheels him in and out of a wheelchair. I have a medical background. I'm going to tell you my opinion, and I'm pretty sure I'm correct. The man is incontinent and is either wearing a catheter or an adult diaper. He had no clue what the hell was going on in the courtroom. He would have moments of keeping it together, but they were very short. Very, very short. After 2-3 minutes, he's forgetting what he'd asked the clerk already, and he's asking her again repeatedly. Seconds went by, and he was asking a kid what grade he was in. The kid told him. Less than 15-20 seconds later, he said, "What grade are you in?" The kid said, I told you I'm in 12th grade." The judge first asked him, "What year are you?" A senior. And then he stood and stared at him. He looked around. "Well, what grade are you in?" So the guy has issues. Okay. This has been a judge in Sheridan since 1974. Okay. There's a problem here, a big one. And things got really ugly when the judge said, "Do you have any questions?" Wanted to know why we were in his courtroom to begin with. We told him, just visiting. Huh? Just visiting. That's how that went. Then he wanted to know if we had any questions. And so I asked him about an order that he had written in 2005 that's in a $1.50 frame next to the police department downstairs in the Sheridan Municipal Center that reads, "You can't bring weapons into the building," but then he contradicts the order at the bottom and says it's specific to the courtroom. So I had been in there earlier in the day because, as you guys know, there's a backstory to this, because Martinez, the chief of police, has put in writing that DMA and Regan Benson's actions must be curtailed before law enforcement is forced into a deadly encounter. They don't have any security processes during city council meetings. So I wanted to investigate some things. So this was part of my questioning. And that's what you're supposed to do. And government's supposed to be open and transparent about it. But except the clerk didn't know the answers. So as she was sitting next to the judge in this courtroom, she knew I was waiting to hear back from her on these answers. And she looked at me and she said, "Well, you can just ask him what your questions were," since he had prompted me to ask him questions. So I said, "Yes, sir, I was curious about your order that you had written back in 2005. "Yeah, I know. And I said, no cameras in here. And that's my order because I'm the judge." sir, with all due respect, that's not what I'm not going to argue with you. Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just asking what your authority is because I'm the judge. And if you don't like it, I'll sentence you to 60 days in contempt of court, or you can just sue me. Why don't you just sue me? So this guy had already been talked to about this issue. He already decided that he was gonna lose his shit and threaten the only thing he knows how, which is jail, because the guy is so senile and out of touch with law, he cannot provide any citation for his authority. So shit got stupid in the courtroom. I just sat there. I let him frickin' flip out like an Alzheimer's patient would. And you better think long and hard about what's going to come out of your mouth next, because I'll put you in jail with a 60-day no bond jail sentence. So I suggest you leave my courtroom. So I looked at Johnny Bravo and his brother, and I said, well, let's go. So we got up and walked out. So there's some really bad stuff happening in Sheridan. And there is a reason that this big black cloud has surrounded Sheridan, okay? But on a different note, I am not going to be there today. Today is the city council meeting. I had requested from the city of Sheridan, from their permitting guy who grants permits, I had requested unobstructed use of the sidewalk for a block party. And he responded via email, and I had missed his email. I thought he had just ignored the request. So I went into the Sheridan City Hall also last Thursday to address that. Oh, and by the way, let me back up. So what went down in the courtroom, remember, you can't record in any courtrooms because we hold secret court here in America unless you pay for transcripts. So I did try to get transcripts on Friday or understand the process. I've not heard a word from anybody. I've not heard a word from anybody today. I've not gotten the records that I was in Sheridan also to pay for on Thursday, requesting the last 6 months invoices for Bill Hayashi and firm, the city attorney that they contract with to give them bad advice, right? So you cannot report this judge to the bar. Okay, you guys, I want to hone in on this right now. A municipal judge in Colorado by our state constitution is a city appointment. They are not elected. It depends on their city charter, okay? Because we are a local control state in Colorado, cities and towns have the ability to construct a charter that says this is what goes on in our town or city. Over in Englewood, Colorado, as you've heard me say before, that is the only elected municipal judge in the state of Colorado, and that's Judge Joe Jefferson. And I'm going to tell you, that guy is an A+ for a municipal judge, how he runs his courtroom, how he exercises his authority, how he addresses the homeless population, how he addresses justice. I mean, that guy is performing at an A level, okay? Everywhere else, bad news. You saw my video on Judge Barbie over in Arvada and the shit she pulled. So the problem with these municipal judges is they've been given completely unchecked authority. So they're dangerous. They're dangerous as hell, okay? So exposing them, talking about them is jailable activity. So back to trying to get transcripts. No transcripts. How much you want to make a bet? There will be none. Any bets on that? I'm guessing there will be none. So anyway, back to the block party permit. So by the time I figured out that Randy, their permitting guy, had responded to my email, he told me very professionally, very polite in this email, you don't need a permit. You can do this, blah, blah, blah. Pretty simple. Well, by that time, I had already decided that I wanted to try to add some addendums to the permit because I wanted to feed some people. I wanted to do homeless outreach today. We were going to do it all day because another good thing in Colorado today, it's 60 degrees. Don't be fooled. We have a hell of a storm moving in on Wednesday. It's going to get wicked cold, wicked fast. It's going to freeze hard because it's so nice right now. Okay, so there's a lot of work to be done in the next few days. But that was my plan for today. So I said to Randy, hey, I want to do this. And he said, you're going to have to draw me a map and I'll have to approve that or not. So I asked for, I didn't ask for any street closures. I simply asked to park my RV, my legally licensed and insured RV on the street. I want to use a propane grill to manufacture specifications. And I want to run my perfectly in order generator. Well, guess what? You can't do any of that in Sheridan, Regan. Sheridan is a gated community and they don't allow RV parking on their street. Yeah, they have an ordinance. So you can park your RV for 48 hours if you're a citizen of Sheridan and loading or unloading it. So bottom line is I didn't have time to fight that. So I had to dismantle all my plans for my outreach because Sheridan is, I'm calling them the #2 most unwelcoming municipality in Colorado, second to Westminster, Colorado, who wouldn't even allow me to plant a tree in their park for the tree of their choosing and me hauling water in for 3 years. That's another subject coming up here pretty soon that we're going to talk about, Westminster and the Timmy Henley case. Please stay tuned on that. It's very, very important. So back to Sheridan. They are the #2 most unwelcoming municipality to anyone wanting to do good. Gee, I wonder why. So I had to dismantle those plans. And in the process of doing that this weekend, a couple of other things came to light that were strong indicators that I should not be in Sheridan today. So I will not be in Sheridan today. However, others will. So please stay tuned to the Denver Metro Audits channel this evening. Anywhere between, I'm guessing, between 5 and 7 Mountain Standard Time. Okay. So for today's adventures, we're going to go get Cowboy and we're going to see how this goes to the DMV. Hopefully I have a mod in here. I hope maybe mods, you can take turns if you need a break. Making sure somebody is watching the chat. Do I still have a mod in here, please? If I don't have a mod, I'm likely to end the stream. So I'll be looking for that response as we pull up to the light rail, our public transportation system, to go put Cowboy in the car and take him to the DMV. And if my phone falls off during the drive, don't panic. Wow, it's really super nice today. Clear skies. Ugh, feels like spring. I'm ready for this winter to be over. It's not been good, and there's lots more to come. There he is. Waiting right where he should be. Yo, yo.
Hey.
I see ya. I see ya. What's happening?
Now I see you. Yeah.
All right. I've got your documents.
All right.
I'm live streaming on the dash here in case things go wrong at DMV, but I was just going to let you go in there with your documents and I think if we get there early, you have a chance of being able to just get in line. I don't think you have to necessarily wait for the appointment. At least that's been my experience since I took people out in Aurora. Somebody lost their smokes in my car. You want them?
I'll take them.
There you go. Say hi to everybody. Everybody wants you to say hi.
All right. Hi. What's going on, Al?
All right. So we are off. Did I get a response on Ahmad being in here? The meeting tonight starts at 7 p.m. That's the regular meeting. The study session starts at 6. All mod, but I'm dumb, so can't post links. No. I think you know. Hold on. I know. You know what? I can't make you a mod on this phone. Sorry. Yes, there's me and Amanda. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Amanda says hi from California.
Hi.
Amanda's been a very faithful supporter of money and supplies to the nonprofit.
That is very good, then.
Yep. She's helped Vegas quite a bit with furnishing his place.
I talked to him. It's been a couple months now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since again. Now there's 6 months or so in.
Yeah, he's still got his housing, so that's good.
Yeah.
Didn't come easy. It's not coming easy to keep either. He's kind of forgetting that he's got to do some things.
People down there at the Loft Motel today asked me if I knew where I was going yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you ask them if they know where you're going yet?
I told them I sure as hell hope they get figured out where I'm going before I get told to go, because if not, there's going to be hell paid on it. Because I told them I came down here under the feeling that I was supposed to get a place to go to and everything, and I gave up all my camp supplies, everything.
Yep.
And I told him that today, and he went, "Oh."
No, you didn't come there with the feeling. You came there being told.
Yeah,
that's what would happen.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in a place. They said 30 days, and hell, it's been 4 months now.
Yep.
And they're going to kick us out of there, in April sometime. They're going to run everybody out of there. And I told them, I said, hey, I hope you guys got it figured out, because if not, there will be hell, because, I was told I was supposed to be somewhere.
Yep. Were you able to make that connect with that person that I told you to leave a message for?
I think so.
Did you actually talk to them on the phone?
I talked to
they're doing an intake.
Yeah.
So you did do that.
Yeah,
okay.
I did that because I went back. I was going through my phone and said, well, I'm supposed to talk to this one, and I called this one up, and
Lisa and I set that up for you.
Yeah.
Nobody set that up for you. So I don't know who's doing your case management down there. Yeah. Have you had contact with a case manager down there?
Yeah, I talked to one today and everything, and
and this is the case manager asking you if you know where you're going?
Yeah, they asked the guy, they say, they're the people that come in there, and I've been in there talking to them, and they asked me, they asked me if I knew where I was going, and I told them, no, I don't. I told them it sounded just like when they told me to get the hell out of down there.
Yep. For those of you that don't know Cowboy's story, he was chased around by the cops forever. I mean, that's the story of everybody out here. But he was put into what is called a temporary protective action motel where people are supposed to be able to connect with services. It's not happening. So, me and another caseworker outside of that entire operation are once again trying to resurrect everything we've started with Cowboy before, and essentially we're starting over. And they are closing this motel and kicking everybody out in April. That's how we're addressing homelessness. Hey Phyllis, how are you today? Tanya says, hey, my fur baby's name is Cowboy.
Yeah.
Is that your dog or your cat? That's Tanya. Yeah, thank you, Clinton. That is not addressing homelessness. That's called shuffling people around to make it look like the city is spending their money properly. So you never found your wallet, huh?
Nope. I've been through everything. I don't know where it got lost at. Wherever it got lost at, it's gone, you know. I almost feel like I must have got, I lost it either. I almost feel like I've been pickpocketed because, every place I've looked, thinking, well, I'm not lost my wallet here, There wasn't a trace of it anywhere,
And that's the only thing you're missing is your wallet?
Yeah.
So it's not like somebody got into your stuff and stole some stuff?
And what's weird about it, I remember having that wallet on me, and, I was out, and everything, and, I don't remember taking it out of my pocket any time after, after that morning and everything, that's what's really weird about it, because, it's just, I can't find it anywhere, and like I said, wasn't any,
What was the status of getting a Social Security card?
They're waiting on me to, they're still, it's been, almost a month now. They've been trying to get a birth certificate for me, right?
No, I've got your birth certificate.
I know it, but I wanted another birth certificate. I wanted them to actually see what they could do. And they've been trying to get me a birth certificate for almost a month now. And they're not on it enough to where they're keeping track of anything. They forget about you as soon as you walk out of there. As soon as you get up and leave their little desk there. Because, he asked me today when I got down there
and mind you, I don't get paid to do any of this. All these people are getting paid.
He says, well, I still haven't got your doctor's appointment or your dentist appointment or an eye appointment. I'll have to go down there, he says. And he said that last time too, and he was going to be on it,
You're already in the system in Stout Street, Cowboy.
Yeah, well, they can't give me, they're trying to set up an appointment for at least for an eye doctor, go in there and have my eyes examined. And then the dentist deal too, because, I got to see a dentist. But they've been trying to set one up, and they ain't getting nothing accomplished. Every time I walk in there, tell them who I am and everything. They sit there and they put through a little deal, and well, no, I haven't heard anything yet on it.
Well, here's what you're gonna have to do next. We're just gonna have to try to get you an appointment at Social Security, because you're gonna have your ID and you're gonna have your birth certificate. So there should be no reason that you can't get your Social Security card.
That's just a block away from there.
Yeah, it's downtown.
Yeah.
Right there. So
it's
I want you to go over there. And last I knew, you had to have an appointment. But if you go to the door, there's supposed to be somebody there. I want you to tell them that you need to make an appointment. And then let me know when it is, and I'll bring the documents. Because, Cowboy, I'm telling you, they're not going to do anything for you there. They are going to kick you out. They don't give a shit. There's no accountability. It's the end of the Hancock administration. We elect a new mayor in April, right? And how convenient in the timing that they're going to throw you out in April, okay? Nobody's going to give a shit about you. So we're going to have to get really super serious. And that intake that you just did is very, very important. because that is a very, very good prospect right there. So you have to follow up on that one if they call and want more information or if they need whatever. That's our main connect right now. All this other shit, they're going to get away with not having to work. And they're all going to get paid. And all you guys in that motel, you're all going to be on the streets. So we just have to face that and try to navigate it. Because they don't care about screwing you over. So if you haven't talked to Lisa, you might want to do that so you can work on those medical appointments. Because you know Lisa will make that happen.
Yeah.
So I haven't been here, like I said, well over a year. Last time I was here, they were not very friendly. Well, we came here. You and I came here. There's absolutely no reason, Cowboy, that they cannot process this, okay? So you've got to really advocate for yourself if they just immediately tell you no, because you've got your birth certificate, you've got your fingerprints, and you're living unhoused, and you need your documents. So and that should cover that. Or 13 something, from what I understand. What a nice day.
Oh, it is. Very nice.
Do you like my Valentine's outfit? You didn't even comment how obnoxious it was. Were you just trying to be nice?
No, I hadn't paid any attention. I've been paying attention to what we were talking about.
Oh.
See, I got to pay.
For once, you're paying attention.
I can bail myself out on that one. Yeah, I paid attention to what we were talking about there. I considered that important today.
You did good. So it's 1:20. Your appointment's at 1:45. Let's see if we can get this done. I came in a wrong turn here, but I think I can get down there through here. Wow, we almost need air conditioning in here. Holy heck, we're not, we're cold-blooded. Okay, so here's this.
Okay.
All right. And you shouldn't need a anything else.
All right.
Give it a whirl.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna leave that in there. I don't want to choke that
if you
away.
have any problems, just let me know. But I want you to advocate for yourself. You know what I mean?
All right.
There's really no reason for a no answer here.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Get the funny. Leave that backpack that way. I don't leave it.
Okay.
I'll be hopefully out in a little while.
All right, cowboy.
Yeah.
So here we are, everybody. Just so you know where we're at. We're at the Colorado Department of Revenue, Division of Motor Vehicles, Driver's License Office, 3265 South Wadsworth in Lakewood, Colorado. And this should not be a problem. And if it is, who knows what direction this adventure could go. What should happen is they should immediately say, yes, sir, you're right here in the system. We see you've been a lifetime Colorado resident. We have your fingerprint on file. We just recently gave you an ID and you say you lost it? Okay, well, sir, unfortunately, that's another charge of $13.75, I believe, is the cost. And we will go ahead and mail that ID to you. But in the meantime, we will give you a paper copy of your ID. That is how this should go. That's simple. And for those that are capable of advocating for themselves, I must empower them to do it, because I am not here to do this all the time for them. Those that are not capable will always get extra support. So I did take Jason, if anybody recalls Jason, and Jason's still doing great, you guys. And he's still living with his family, maintaining his job, and just finding a lot of personal success. So that's super great news. But I had taken Jason to get his driver's license. Pretty much the same scenario here, but that was at the Aurora office, clear out in Aurora. Which, by the way, I have some news out of Aurora. Does anybody want to hear it? Well, Amanda, that's just for an ID. That's just the cost of an ID, not a driver's license. I think driver's licenses are $38. Modern Retro Radio, how are you today? Good to see you. So we're just along for an adventure here. We're taking Cowboy to the DMV. He has, unfortunately, once again, lost his ID. So this shouldn't be a problem. But who knows? So I'm taking everyone along for the ride. I've filled everyone in on what's going on in Sheridan today. I will not be in Sheridan today. My plans got destroyed. I'm not able to do the outreach that I wanted to do today from that location. I tried to get a block party permit. The process worked half of the way, but they shut me down and told me I can't park my RV on the street and I can't have a barbecue, and I can't. So I didn't have time to push that. So I'm not going to be in Sheridan today because there are some other things that are strong indicators of why I shouldn't be. So, Kurt, you definitely can go. I'm not the only one going. I wasn't the only one that was supposed to go. But if you're talking about coming and having food with us, yeah, that's unfortunate. So we'll plan another event, but everybody needs to get ready for the weather, because while it's a beautiful sunny spring at 65 degrees out here right now, this is the calm before the storm. This is very common in Colorado. Then those storms come over the Continental Divide and poof, just hit us. So we're supposed to get hammered with snow and cold. Grandpa John, I'll be staying safe. Now, if you'll all recall, you're going to hear more tonight about Chief Martinez's little threat about DMA and Regan Benson's activity needing to be curtailed before law enforcement is forced into a unnecessarily forced into a deadly encounter. So there's some serious issues that continue to brew in Sheridan, and you need to tune in tonight to the Denver Metro Audits channel, okay? It's important. Awesome fishing, man. If Cowboy were to come over to the UK, I'd put him up with a roof over his head and hot food, nice bath. Yeah, well, there are some things that present as barriers in some of those equations, you guys. As you know, homelessness is an incredibly complicated issue. It is not cut and dry. It is not, let's just house them all. Housing first works. No, it doesn't. Okay? We're not addressing all of the components in the cog of that wheel that halt the progress. Okay? So the only way you can be successful in helping the homeless meet some of these goals is to build relationships. You will accomplish nothing with a single homeless individual anywhere. I don't care what position you're in, paid to be in, volunteer to be in, you will not affect change for them if you cannot connect with them by building a relationship. Government is not interested in building relationships. It's interested in perpetrating chaos for its dependency, okay? So, as it may sound really easy to just be able to take a person like Cowboy and put him in a position and say, everything's fixed. It's unrealistic, okay? I have talked often about the continuum of care that's required to keep people housed. You probably just heard me mention to Cowboy that John has to take certain steps to maintain his housing. Well, John can't do that without a continuum of care. And I don't get paid to do that. The people that get paid to be caseworkers and case management that are being paid with your taxpayer dollars are the ones that are supposed to be doing this. And until someone steps up and says, you know what, Regan, here's $1 million. Go case management the hell out of these people. I cannot do it. I cannot devote that kind of time out of my life when I do have to work. Okay, this stuff is unpaid. I know people think that's not true, some people, but it's not. This is not paid. And my little tiny nonprofit bringing in $30,000 a year, that doesn't even pay for groceries, people. So everybody knows the value of time. Thank you, Joy. So many people can work their entire lives and be one health crisis away from being homeless. Vote Trump. He will make America great again. That is a big fucking no. So I'll just leave that at that. Clinton, thank you very much. In the messaging, give a fuck, give a buck. All the ways to donate are in the About section of this channel. Thank you, Awesome Fishing Man. I do appreciate that. You wish the city would hire me? No, I would not go to work for the city. I would not go to work for a nonprofit that is supplemented by the city. No way, no how, Amanda. Not in this lifetime. Absolutely not. And I will not take blood money. I will not go after government grants with stipulations. I won't do it. No president wants to fix this problem. Non-typical Wyomingite. And thank you very much, Wyomingite, for your recent most valuable contribution to the nonprofit. 3 boxes of clothing, hand warmers, and other various items that are going to come in very handy in the next couple of days. Did anybody give me a yes on wanting to hear the news from Aurora? Yeah, Wizard, I am. I am a charitable person. I always have been. Have never publicized it until I actually formed this 501c3 a few years ago. But it was time, because things were becoming rather polarizing. Government likes suppression. Ice Queen, amen. And without it, if the government's not going to keep the people down, the government dependency goes away. So everybody remembers about Aurora and Officer Sloan. Crooked ass sunglasses for a crooked ass cop. Remember Sloan? Had me arrested. Went to jail, $750 bond. My husband had to take about almost 3 days off of work in total, with all the appearances, with all the attempts to get our bond back, the attempts to get discovery, 2 appearances, 3 appearances now. The city prosecutors have, in fact, drumroll, dismissed the case. So that is a big deal. In the sense that they know they didn't have a case. In the sense that they jailed me. In the sense that they also attempted to persecute and prosecute the homeless individual that I was helping. That case too has been dismissed. Aurora, their police department, is making some not good moves right now on records requests. And so I'm about to go readdress that, because once again, just like I caught Littleton PD before in a lie in their internal affairs investigations, I've now caught Aurora PD in a lie in an internal affairs investigation, which, by the way, you guys, in Colorado, we have a law here. You are entitled to request that investigation file for review. I requested it. It doesn't have to do with my arrest. It has to do with another much simpler case of a cop that was speeding. And the commander, or whoever it was, that decided to get on the phone with me to tell me that they have found no wrongdoing in what a lieutenant was doing behind the wheel, also lied in his internal affairs report and said that the complainant, me, had no further questions and simply was going to request this file. That is not the truth. The audio files are missing. He didn't include my phone call in there, because had he, you would have heard me saying, you know what? You didn't do a thorough investigation. And there were other people in my car that saw how erratic she was driving. How come you didn't interview them? Well, I wouldn't do that. That's your words against hers. Yeah, Aurora PD is in way worse shape than even Denver PD is. Denver's bad. Denver's bad. But Denver's been sued enough times that some of the processes have changed enough for attorneys and citizens alike to be able to go after certain information. Okay? Aurora, they just keep killing people. Nothing's changing over there. The citizenry is just completely removed unless they're rioting. So, look, Aurora is a very, very divided city. There are a lot of wealthy areas there are also a lot of poverty areas, in Aurora. And it's hard to rally those that are already behind the 8 ball in the daily tasks of living. The rich don't give a shit. Yeah, some of them are kind of tired of, hearing about their esteemed blue line heroes killing people, but they're not all bad. And let's do something about this leadership. Yeah, and that's why Aurora keeps cycling through chiefs, and it is a people problem. It is a people problem. It is a bad policy gone from bad to worse without the people stepping in to stop it. Okay? Here comes Cowboy. What'd you get? He got it. Right on.
I didn't pay him no money though.
You didn't have to pay?
They told me I could go, and it says on there 000, and they gave me that piece of paper. So.
Well, it is free for people over the age of 65, I thought. Well, maybe they just did you a solid.
Maybe. Hey, that's what I got. I got everything done.
You got it. So did they tell you they're going to mail the hard copy to this address?
Yeah.
Okay.
They said they were going to mail me a copy. If it ain't there in a certain amount of time, I'm supposed to call them up and tell them that it ain't here yet.
About 10 days. Wow. So this DMV pulled it off well. They really did. Well, that's great news.
Yeah, I didn't get lost in there yet.
Okay, but now you can't lose this. You cannot lose this paper copy because you're going to need this tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I need that tomorrow because I got to be able to,
You can pay me back that money.
Yeah.
If you need it, you can keep it and just pay me back.
Yeah, I'd pay you more because that way I got a little cash in my pocket because there's, who knows what's going to happen between now and then.
But you still want me to keep that, right?
Yeah. And this deal here is what I'd have to do to get a driver's license back. They printed that up for me while I was in there.
Oh, well, that was nice of them.
Yeah, well, they asked me if I wanted something printed up, and I said, yeah, I suppose. And they printed that up, but God, it's,
I think we are already determined that all you've got to do is, you got to carry one of these.
Yeah, SR22, and you pay them $95. They want a...
you want interlocking?
They want me still on the interlock again.
Yeah, you can't.
They want level 2. They think I need to take my alcohol classes again.
Well, that's what you lost your license on how many years ago?
Yeah, well, this thing I was supposed to be, this is in 2017, I could have got my license back.
Right, but with all
ago.
of this, you still have to do all of this.
Yeah, but see, I done all my classes and everything. I think, I thought I'd done all my classes. I knew I didn't have, but see, I owe child support though.
Yeah, you gotta make good on that.
I'm pretty much screwed. Oh, this part
I'll
take
I mean, I'll hang on to this document too if you want me to.
Yeah.
That they printed, but this you need.
Yeah, this I need.
Well, this was a score.
Yeah.
They did good. So this DMV is back on track. So we are good to go. I want to put that ID number on here. Let me see that real quick. I need a pen. And I have another wonderful donor who, my friend Janelle from Florida, sent me this wonderful care package with this incredibly cool pen in it. Isn't that nifty?
Yeah, it is.
So, she made me a home office bag with office supplies and. Okay. Let me see that real quick.
Or was I supposed to go back in there and get something else in there yet?
No. But why is the number not on here?
On what numbers?
Your ID number.
I just saw it somewhere.
That's from your license, though.
Yeah.
You know what? Yours was a complicated thing. I think your license number is still your ID number.
Yeah, I think so too, because it keeps coming.
Yep.
You know, that number keeps coming, or you know, I keep recognizing that number all the time.
And that's the one we need to keep if we want to reorder. I reordered an ID for Jesse the other day, and his was free, but he's older. And I thought that's why his was free, but that's freaking awesome if they did you a solid and didn't charge you for that.
Yeah. This is my temporary caller ID. You should receive cards in 30 days. Da-da-da-da. If not, give them hell and tell you something else.
All right, well, I'm going to keep those documents.
No fee, no
filed.
processing, nothing, all zero, so. Yeah, 921.
Raymond Kennan, thank you very much for that super chat. That's much appreciated. And whoever else provided that super chat. Thank you, guys. It's very nice. Bokamo and his trespassing order. Who are we talking about? Hey, Garen, Petty, this commentary about sue. Did you sue those honkies yet? Stop it. Okay? I'm done with that. And if you don't stop that, you're going to be blocked from my channel. I see your comments all the time. And as you've noticed, I don't like them. So please stop it. Looky here. You see that name?
Yeah.
A lot of people, you know, still got your back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raymond. Again, much appreciated. Hi, Starla. Bokamo. Cowboy's trespassing order?
Huh?
Cowboy doesn't, let's see. If you're thinking about everything we cleared up over the trespassing BS in Inglewood, Cowboy's completely off paper. Cowboy has no outstanding cases. I guess I should reconnect with you and ask you if the cops have made any contact with you and given you any new tickets.
I know nothing about nothing.
So we got everything cleared in Inglewood.
Yeah.
We don't have nothing in Denver.
Nope.
Or did we?
No, I'm
you're
free. I'm a free person.
And we don't have anything at the county level.
Nope.
In Arapahoe County. No, he's all.
I'm
Bokamo. Bokamo's talking to me. Did you know about me getting arrested in Aurora?
Not Aurora.
Yeah, I got arrested back in when was it, you guys? I forget. August, September. So some homeless friends reached out to me out there and said they were having problems with this cop at the King Soopers at 6th and Peoria. They live in their car, and their car's not running real good, and they stay in the park across the street from King Soopers, and they have to use that grocery store. So they called me up and said, you know, this cop is like, he's telling my husband he can't come to this King Soopers, but I go in here and I go shopping. We don't know what's going on. So I reach out to Aurora PD, and I said, hey, what the hell's going on? Do these people have a trespassing order? Are they not allowed? Blah, blah, blah. Well, they lied to me. And I mean, go figure, right? And nobody would answer my questions. I was being lied to by this lieutenant about asking another cop questions, blah, 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 blah. So finally, I just said to these people, you know what? I'm going to come out there. I'll take you to the grocery store. Because they were hitting me up every day. They couldn't get to the grocery store. They needed food, right? So I go out there. We go in the grocery store. I spend like $150 in the grocery store, get them stocked up, mind our own business. We get out into the parking lot. They're loading their groceries in their car. I'm about to get in my car and leave. And here comes this cop from behind their vehicle. And he's trying to shove a ticket into the car window of my friend's. So I get out and I'm recording him. And he's not identifying what he's doing, why he's doing it, nothing. So I'm recording him. He tells me to stop recording him because I'm harassing him.
No.
Is that an important call?
Don't know it, so not important.
So he tells me not to follow him or he's going to arrest me. So what do? I'm following him and recording him. He calls for backup and has another cop throw me in handcuffs, take me to jail, and they charge me with harassment. This cop said he was being harassed and trespassing. Well, for one, I was never told that I couldn't be on that property. Nobody in those stores with any position came out and told me I couldn't be there. Aurora turns around after the arrest and calls the property management company where the King Supers is and tells them that they should trespass me. After it all happened. I mean, you want to talk about the dirtiest shit in pool ever, right? I mean, they pulled it off. So I had to go to jail. Bo had to come get me out of jail. $750 cash bond for this bullshit. Just for getting some people some groceries. So I've been to court a few times. Well, they've decided they're going to drop the case. So somebody's asking me about this trespassing order. And so, yeah, Bokomo, I don't know the answer to that. And that's something else that I have to wade through as I'm wading through some other stuff, of course, right? Not that I have any desire to go back over there. My friends have positioned themselves to be able to get groceries in a different situation. I'm more concerned about them being able to access that grocery store. So I don't know. I'm kind of waiting to see how all this is gonna play out, if you will. But I have no desire, and I will not be going back out to Aurora. I tried to help them in their time of need. I don't have any desire to go out there if they are not in dire need. So all right, Cowboy, have you eaten?
No.
Let's go get something to eat. Where do you want me to take you? As far as
no, any place you want there.
Well, did you want to catch the light rail back? I mean, is that
No,
the
yeah.
easiest?
I'll catch light rail back from Inglewood or
Okay.
wherever next.
Well,
stop is.
your pick. I mean, you know what's by those light rail stations. You want some fast food or you want McDonald's over in Inglewood or
that'd work
Would it?
good, yeah. Yeah, that'd work there.
or we can do something.
Well, that all worked there, you know, it's
All
don't want to complicate the world here.
Well, no, but if
No,
you want something healthier, we could do that too. But
No, that's healthier stuff, that gets you sick.
healthier stuff makes you sick.
You start worrying about, you know, should I eat this? Is this healthy food? You get sick.
Yeah, because there's E. coli in vegetables.
Oh yeah, I mean there's everything, you know, and like I say, you know, if you worry about something, you know, that's what happens, man. You get sick and everything just that, you know. So if you just don't worry on it, you know. I mean, take it as you always do, you know. Everything is good.
Right.
Like, you know, you can be fine, and then you go see a doctor. What's the next thing you are?
You're sick as shit.
Yeah.
Hey, so have you heard the latest on the library stuff, Cowboy? Did you know
No.
they closed the Inglewood Library?
Well, I know it's been closed for it's pushing a month now.
Meth contamination.
Oh yeah, you know, they're in there checking all the books, make sure there's nobody gonna get them. Yeah, that's what I figured they're doing. You know, they're going in there and they go through every book page by page, you know, making sure they're not infected with anything.
Cowboy has.
I mean, hell, they've been in there for close for damn near a month now.
Cowboy has great stories about the Inglewood Library, and I think it's actually because of Cowboy that things have completely changed for the better in Inglewood, especially at the library. Because tell us, Cowboy, how they banned you from being in the library.
Oh, I was, I couldn't even go in the library because I was sitting out there one time in front of the library waiting to open, and I fell asleep reading the paper. And I was kicked out of the library. I was kicked out of Inglewood except for I could be on a bicycle path, but I could not stop on one.
True story. True story. And this all stems from previous orders from the judge prior to Joe Jefferson. What was his name?
Seidel.
Okay. Was that the judge or the city prosecutor?
He was the judge.
He was a judge.
Yeah.
So Cowboy's an Inglewood native, and he's been banned. He was banned for a long time for just to be in Inglewood. Okay, these judges, this is what we're talking about, municipal court judges writing all these unconstitutional bullshit orders, right? So they gave Cowboy an area restriction, and I thought you were in the library. You weren't even in the damn library.
No,
when you fell asleep.
I was waiting on them to open up down there.
You were waiting for the library to open up, sitting outside the library, reading the paper.
Yeah, and I felt, I just dozed off, and here come
Doug Douglas.
Well, no, it wasn't him. It was one, another one that really hates me.
An Inglewood cop.
Yeah,
we're talking about Inglewood cops now.
Yeah, there's several of them that still don't really like me at all, but they're still there. But
so they so literally the library called the cops that day because Cowboy was asleep, sitting in a chair, waiting for the library to open. Outside of the library, cops show up. What did they do? Did they actually charge you that day with trespassing?
I got trespassing filed on me there, another banned from another place, and everything, and it was just.
Were you banned from? Were you banned from the entire municipal center? Do you remember how that was written? Because technically, if they're banning you from going to the library, they're banning you from going to court.
Yeah.
If you can't be in the building.
Yeah, I don't remember how that was, but I couldn't be in the building. I couldn't be on the bicycle path. If I could, it was the only thing I could be on. I could be on a bicycle path, but I could not stop on them because they'd get me for bordering them. And it was just pure ridiculous.
Well, it's retaliation.
And then but the best thing I got was I got two college lawyers, and they got me off. They were ready to throw me in the state prison, and they got me off with 8 hours of community service, and that was it. Nothing else, no more, everything was closed. And the craziest thing about it was probably the last 6 times I'd gone to court there, I'd had 3 different judges.
Right.
And the last time there, I didn't even have Seidel. I had a ladies judge, and she looked at the paperwork, and she didn't have the slightest idea what she should say other than goodbye.
Good. Yeah, they piled on charges for years on Cowboy. It's for ridiculous shit. So it turned into this holy grail event in Inglewood. But this is why I talk to you guys about Inglewood, how dirty they've been, the Inglewood Police Department. Things are getting a little better over there, except, like the one day when they were trying to steal a woman's home, days like when they don't release records and adhere to my body cam requests, which I'm still waiting to hear why they want $250 now for that body cam footage where they just really bruised up Nicole really bad. And which, by the way, you guys, I think they also broke the law, Inglewood. We have in one of our newest bills that talks about reducing qualified immunity and upholding new body cam laws. I was reading through this again today, and I learned that there's a requirement for use of force reporting to the post board. It's the Peace Officer Standards and Training Board, which we're going to be diving into here in March. I'm not quite sure where that use of force report is that Inglewood was required to do and submit, because these things are supposed to be scrutinized a little bit more here in Colorado. But all of this is just getting implemented. And I have to go back and look and see if the reporting requirement began in January of 23 or prior. So there are some good things going on in Colorado for law enforcement accountability in some of our laws. Of course, the bootlickers will tell you, we can't have this, our poor cops, they can't fight crime because they're all afraid of lawsuits, and blah, blah, blah. Well, if you're doing your job that bad, then you need to get the fuck out, because we don't need cops like that. None of these laws are requiring them to do anything that they shouldn't already be doing, and that the public shouldn't already be holding them. So we're going into Inglewood right now. We're, as a matter of fact, just passing that library that we were just talking to Cowboy about. I happen to be right down the street from the police department, wondering if I should pop in and say, hey, Inglewood, what's up with you wanting $250 from me? That's this body cam footage that I'm likely not going to get anyway. So we're gonna stop and get some lunch. Wow, it's a quiet day at McDonald's. What's up with that? There ain't a single person in this drive-thru. It's probably closed. Oh no, there's some people. I guess it's after lunch, huh?
Did you see the ramp building they're going to build over the railroad, over the light rail and the railroad tracks?
On Louisiana, down there?
Yeah.
Yep.
That is the biggest joke, because a block from there's already equal walk under the dam, under the tracks there at Mississippi.
You're supposed to be able to drive. Just a moment, please.
Okay, take your time.
You know what you want?
Double quarter pounder with cheese.
Double quarter pounder. You want a meal? So
Yes,
you can have
please.
a drink?
Yeah, might as well.
Double quarter pounder with cheese. Number 2. What do you want to drink?
Coke.
Can I get a large number 2 with cheese?
Your drink?
Coke?
What else?
And then a large iced tea. And that's it. Unsweetened.
No problem, well.
That's it.
Thank you. First one, please.
Thank you.
You know, it's crazy. You know, but there's you can go under the bridge with vehicles. You can walk under the bridge with vehicles and bicycles, and they're building this ramp up and over all them tracks.
But I thought it was for vehicles.
No, that's supposed to be a pedestrian.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to. That's
why I've had this wrong in my mind all this time.
No, I've been.
I thought it was like going to be a street.
No, as far as I know, it's going to be a pedestrian. You know, and it's got to be, because it's not a very wide ramp to begin with, looking thing. But I mean, it is a joke, because you can already go. I mean, they're going to tie in something there. I mean, it's a total waste. It's a total waste of everything, because there's a block from there you can go under the tracks if you're afoot, riding a bicycle, or driving a vehicle.
Right.
You know, a block from there, and they're sitting there putting in all this to go over it. I mean, it's stupid.
Yeah, they're spending a lot of money on that. I wonder if they're going to redesign that whole area and do a whole new road.
Well, who knows what they're going to do, but you know, I mean, it's going to be forever for them to get that done.
Yeah, and they started that last year.
Oh yeah, you know, and they've been working on it. I mean, it's just such, you know, such a total waste of taxpayers' money down there. It is ridiculous. They wore the dirt out from over there from moving it 5 million times now. All that is just so ridiculous. It isn't even funny anymore.
Well, it's government in a nutshell, right?
Yeah.
People don't care though, Cowboy. That's the problem. They just keep voting to give them more money.
Oh, I tell you, it is the way stuff is going right now. It is going to be severe about what happens. It is going to be severe of what is happening because everything is just totally.
Everything's imploding. Hey, Effin, how are ya? This guy pulled in front of me. I guess he didn't realize that you order back there.
11:22.
Complicated.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This vehicle here, I thought he pulled in front of us too, really. This one in front of us.
Yeah, maybe they did.
Yeah. 1221 tags on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, everything is so ridiculous, I mean, 1221 tags. They were 2 years old, expired.
Yeah,
tags.
but you know what? You know my thoughts on that? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but I mean, it's amazing that they don't pull them over, but then they'd have to write paperwork on why they pulled them over for that, though.
Right.
And, I mean, that's just.
Well, people are getting hammered for that. Maybe somebody stole the stickers too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, then you see a lot of them, though, the hell, they ain't been tagged, and they're just sitting there,
Right. Right.
I know Inglewood, they got like that. They told us we had to have a vehicle inside the garage or up on jacks down there when we was down there in Inglewood there, 10 years ago. We pushed the vehicle in the garage and left it right in there.
On private property.
Yeah. Yeah.
But places are passing ordinances and stuff, Cowboy, that people don't even know they're passing because nobody pays attention. Right? I mean, all they got to do is go make an ordinance that says no more cars parked on private property that don't run.
Yeah.
And city council votes to pass it. Boom, you're done.
Yeah, I mean.
You have no idea.
Up there on Evans, that pickup, they always advertised that one pickup sitting up there, big 4-wheel drive pickup. They made him move off
with the green
corner.
car.
Yeah.
The 2 cars that sit there.
Yeah. They
So
made
whose
him,
property is that?
I don't know whose property that was, but they moved in front of that house. That whole thing I thought was
Right.
supposed to be under one deal, and they moved him all around there. I mean, that's just, and that pickup has been there forever.
Right. Yeah, I know. Years.
Yeah, and
they're advertising something, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah. And they was advertising that car lot back there, I think, or something back in there. But they've been there forever, and they made them move around in there. It's just ridiculous stuff they come up with.
Thank you.
You never, like I say, you never can tell. I mean, what's going on? Am I in trouble now for something? You never do know.
Yeah, you don't know. Yep, that's why people have got to remember to exercise their rights and make cops cite laws. I think I'm gonna pop in over here to the Inglewood PD while you're eating. Is that all right?
Works.
You want to go in there and say hi to Doug Douglas?
No, I can't.
I don't think I know him.
Oh, he looks like.
He's the old guy with all the white.
No.
No.
He is the little short guy with a mustache. He looks like Adolf Hitler.
Does he? Okay, yeah, that's right. Real short, pudgy dude.
He's a little short dude, and he always drives that little 4-wheeler around.
Oh, he's on the little golf cart thing downtown.
That's his ride, man. He runs that damn thing, and hell, he run that thing. if there's ever a call for cops, you know, if he's there, he will chase cops. He will chase right along in it. But yeah, he runs that. The guy with the other guy that doesn't like me, he still wears the white felt hat, and you see him sitting up at the hospital a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's another guy. He's the one that wrote me the ticket for down there in Inglewood in front of the library.
These little tyrant ass little bitches.
You know, between like you say, Doug Douglas, you know, and the other guy, they was the two that really didn't like me. You know, the other cops, you know, they liked me, and they was at least, you know, at least social enough. You know, I halfway liked part of them too. You know, but you know, there's a couple of them. You know, Doug Douglas and like I said, the one guy that wears a white felt hat.
White felt hat.
Yeah.
Are you sure they're still around? They're retired?
I seen him. I don't. In the last year, I've seen him.
Oh, really?
You know, they might still be around, you know, but
okay.
You know, he, like I said, I've seen him a lot up there, Swedish Hospital.
Huh? Maybe that's his new post, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cops run the security up there.
Yeah.
In the ER.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, every time I'm in there, they are super polite and accommodating. So at least they got that going on. But this whole bullshit here, I need to go check on real quick. Nicole, remember, did I tell you about that? Nicole in Phoenix?
No, not.
So
not
they took Nicole's camper, right? But they beat the hell out of her. They bruised her up bad. And
last month?
Well, when they took her camper, so no, that's been we're going on 3 months ago, right? So they're not, they don't want to release this body cam footage to me because they wrapped it up all in one case when they arrested Phoenix and then took her in on a warrant. They didn't charge her with anything except these stupid parking ordinance violations. So technically I should be able to see that body cam footage, but they're playing hardball. They don't want to release it. And now not only do they not want to release it, they want to charge me $250 to redact. And I'm getting sick of this stuff. The public wants to see this. So I've emailed Renee again to no avail. She's the one that's supposed to be handling this, and I asked her to put me in contact with somebody that I could talk to about this, and she did not. So I'm gonna go in there once again. I just want to double check.
That might have been Doug Douglas there leaving.
Oh yeah, there goes the freaking golf cart.
Yep.
And is that street legal? What those?
They must be, right?
I'll bet that's them. Somebody's watching. Somebody's watching the stream. Said, "Hey, go get her on that golf cart and go drive by her. See if you can get her to chase you so she doesn't come in here."
Yeah, you know, they run it down the bicycle path. They run it up and down the streets. They run it everywhere. You know, and
I always see them parked with it over by King Supers. I've never really seen them driving around, and that's nonsense.
They cruise, you know, up King Supers, down to the library, you know, over to the park, across to the deal. Oh, they cruise that little thing everywhere.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in here real quick. Are you fine sitting here?
Yeah.
Do you care?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll eat this sandwich and try and come back there.
All right. Let's go check it out, you guys. We're gonna go into the Inglewood Police Department. I'm gonna ask my questions on what the deal is with the body cam. I'll be right back, Kilmer.
All right, I'll be right here.
All right. Hey, everybody. You want to see my outfit? These are my kick-ass.
The color coordination.
Pink right?
Yeah.
And then I've got pink in my shirt. So I'm good. I got the lips. I got it all, you guys. It's the complete package. And I have the heart sunglasses, but I can't put them on right now because I'll probably trip and fall on my face. And my love scarf, of course. So this is a pre-Valentine's celebrations. Valentine's is one of my favorite holidays, you guys. It just really is. And you should make it your favorite holiday too, because it's the day you share love. So yeah, I got this planned outfit. And guess what? I'm going to tell you another little secret. I have court tomorrow in Denver on Valentine's Day. But first, thank you, Amanda. These are my LuLaRoe buttery leggings, right? Let's see what's gonna go on today. Hi there, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Prematurely.
Well, yeah.
So is Renee in today?
And I don't know when she's going to be back.
Oh, okay. So that's an issue because that would explain why I'm not getting a response from her via email.
Right. She's been gone for a few days since last week.
Okay. All right. So,
But we do have, there's two of them, Renee and Tammy Works. They're at TV Techs.
okay.
So if you have any questions about body cams, you can speak to Tammy.
Yeah, that'd be helpful because maybe she knows what's going on here because we can't get resolution on that body
I
cam.
can definitely grab her.
Thank you. I appreciate it. She's awesome. She is incredible, actually. Yeah, court tomorrow is going to be a little icky, but here's the good news. And this is, I can share this because I just read an email and got confirmation. So, a couple years ago, going on 3 years, most of you, but not all of you, know that I held out in peaceful protest in a tent. And it just happened to be with COWBOY during a sweep. Hi. Are you familiar with this situation of...
Kinda.
Okay.
So I know you put in a request for some video, and it was related to a trailer.
being confiscated?
Yeah. And so I understood that that was going to trial. Does that sound right? Because that's what I was told, was that they had requested a trial date.
Yeah, because here's how it went down. The person that I want the body cam footage on was not charged with any crime. The person that was with her was.
Yes.
So Inglewood would not divide that case. They should not have wrapped both of them up in one case because she didn't have any charges, right? And
But somebody else that was associated
Right.
did.
So I get that.
Until that part is closed.
I get that.
We can't release it to you, whether it's redacted or not,
Okay.
until that part is closed.
Got it. Which could be
So-
forever.
So while it's still open, we can't release it. We can start redactions on it.
That's the issue.
Which is what the other girl was supposed to be doing. I don't know where that stands because
Right.
she's not here. What I can try to do is find out.
Well, let me tell you where it stands, because I know exactly where it stands.
Okay.
And the reason I'm here is because the last communication Renee and I had, there was discrepancy about how much it was going to cost to do this redaction.
Yeah, it can get expensive.
Okay, but you guys have to have policy. And her answer to my questions were way too vague because I need an estimate before work is performed. That's fair. I need to know what the policies are because she said, I don't know, and we just max out at $250.
Right now we do, yes, but that could change. But because your request was put in prior to that, then yours would max out at 250.
Well, that
if
would be
it's
silly. Then I
that
need to
long.
withdraw that. Then I need to withdraw the request and get my $25 back and start over.
Well, if you want to get your money back, you would just need to request that through the manager.
So
Our
our
record will be
policies,
in on Wednesday.
but our policies changing because Renee didn't.
Our policies changing? What do you mean?
Are the policies changing on the fees that you're trying to collect?
The fees will probably go up because right now we charge a $25 per hour fee, and we max it out at $250. However, that's not realistic for what it takes to pull a lot of the cases. It takes much longer than that fee absorbs. It can easily take 20 hours or more to pull, to redact a video case that's been pulled, depending on how
So
many
policies are
videos.
changing for the worse to
It's-
become more
It's
expensive.
going to become more expensive just because what we're doing and the length of time that it takes. The $25 is not covering.
Yeah, it's
that
because
per
Inglewood's
hour.
getting caught up in a lot of stuff that they're having to release a lot of video on. This is enlightening.
There's just one person here that does the video redactions right now. Plus Renee was training so that she could get up to speed to be able to do that. And so then once that happens, then we can try to get through more video quicker. But right now, the way that things are set up, it's not set up to do that.
Okay, well, then where things stand, I need an estimate. We
So
can't
the only
just,
estimate I can give you is the maximum would be the 250.
so this is policy?
Mm-hmm.
So you just cite people an automatic up to $250.
Up to $250 right now is what we let people know because that's where we max out. Once it moves forward with the fees, then we won't be able to give it necessarily a maximum amount that we charge. It will be the actual.
Thousands.
It will be the actual amount of time.
Oh, boy. Okay, well,
So,
that kind of, I mean, that
did you
answers
want
my
to withdraw
questions.
Yours, or did you want yours to stay, or how did you want to do?
Well, I'll just leave it alone for now, but I mean, I've been asking to talk to somebody in command staff to get an understanding why they're taking this hard of an approach on a case that should have two separate case numbers. This body cam footage should not be held up like this, but
Well, even if they had a second case number pulled, if they were both present during the incident, then it would still be the same situation.
yeah, well, they weren't.
Oh, they were?
So, I mean, that's the issue.
Were they together at any point when video was being filmed? Or
Perhaps,
then that's
yes.
that's where the
But it could have been a 5-second ordeal. But the actual, and that's the other thing. I want to narrow this request to specifically show them physically arresting her, which had nothing to do with him. He was nowhere around there. So I should be able to pay for you guys to go in and redact that section of body cam for me. Since last time I requested body cam footage, you guys redacted what you wanted to from it and gave it to me. So I don't understand why it can't work the same way if I'm looking for this use of force within this body cam footage.
So are you only wanting one person's body camera footage for a small amount of time?
I don't know. And that's what I was hoping to understand through command staff or a sergeant or whoever is overseeing this case, and nobody will ever talk to me. Renee won't put me in touch with command staff that can answer those questions. These guys are never available when I come in. I want that use of force in that body cam. And I have questions about filing a use of force document to begin with. There's so many questions around this. And now it just gets to sit in limbo because he's got a charge. He's got a municipal charge. This is not good on the public transparency side.
Well, if you want, once the case is done in courts, if you want just camera footage of a specific officer's camera on a specific day and time for that incident, then we can narrow it down and just do it that way. But until the case is actually closed out.
Yeah, I understand that. It's very frustrating. And here's the other thing that no one is going to give me an answer on. If this case doesn't complete, there's LeClaire. He can give me the answers I'm looking for. Say he doesn't show up for court ever again.
If the court closes the case,
The court's not going to close the case. They're going to issue a warrant for him, and it's going to sit in limbo for years until he reappears.
it's all tied up in the courts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And in the meantime, Inglewood gets a free pass on a piece of transparency that the public has interest in, with this woman coming out of this arrest with multiple bruises all over her body. That's a problem. That's why we have these laws. It's supposed to be for transparency. So who's going to make the decision? That's what I've been asking. And look, they're walking off. He knows I'm standing here. It's not your fault, and it's not your position, and I understand that, and I respect that. But I would really appreciate it if you would go back there and tell LeClaire that Regan Benson said that was really fucking chicken shit of him for what he just did and not responding to this issue. He knows. Thank you. This is fucking bullshit. It's what I'm telling you. You see? You see why we need to tackle this. This is a effing problem. All right, Cowboy's working off his McDonald's now. He's having his after McDonald's smoke. Yes, I try to encourage healthy habits. I am not the winner of convincing people that they shouldn't make decisions for themselves. Well, that went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Absolutely nowhere. Abso-frickin-lutely nowhere. Let's see who's calling. Oh. Speak of the devil, it's Nicole. Nicole, are you watching my live stream? Are you watching my live stream? Wow, this is ironic that you would be calling me right now, because I just walked out of the Inglewood Police Department inquiring about your body cam footage again. And of course they have no answers and blah, 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 blah. And one of the commanders comes out, sees me standing there, does nothing, smiles and turns around and walks away. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm really glad to hear from you, because we need to connect, and I need to know where you're at. Oh boy, okay. Oh, okay. All right. So okay. All right, I'll be there. I'll be there. But you're going to be late. Where's that? Is that west of Federal? Yeah. Holy shit, girl. We're going to be really late. Yeah, do that. I'll be on my way. I'll be there shortly. You're going to be late, but it's better that you're late than not there.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you in a few. Stay in touch. Your phone is charged, right? Okay. I'm headed that way.
All right. Well,
All right. Bye-bye. Okay.
I guess you should
Lo and behold.
me to bail out here and.
Well, no. Do you want me to just take you over to Light Rail? Or
No,
do you want to go somewhere else?
I can wander that way. I can wander over there and see what all's going on.
Well, I need to get on the other side of the road anyway,
Yeah.
so I'll drop you off over there.
All right.
Is that what you want to do?
just wherever we have to go. You know, I don't want to. They're having enough problems there already. So.
Okay, yeah, so we're on a new adventure. See how these things work out? So that was Nicole. And part of the reason I was in there is that her boyfriend has court today. They're trying to get to court, and they're not going to be on time. So they need help. So we're going to do that. After we drop Cowboy off, we accomplish this mission. See, like I told you, you never know what happens in the course of a day.
Yeah, you know, it's I wouldn't got through there so fast, but they would have got hold of you. They would have got hold of you. We'd still been over there usually.
Right, because I usually she's lucky I answered the phone. So guess where we get to go next? The Inglewood Courthouse. If we ever get through this light.
See what happened at one restaurant up there on Broadway?
Yeah, did a car drive through it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Mexican restaurant?
Yeah.
I saw that.
I
There
walked
by
by that,
Giving-
saw
Giving
that the other
Heart.
day. Yeah. That's unreal.
Looks like they closed the whole place.
Yeah.
It's
knocked the whole-
structurally,
knocked that corner out of that building. You know, they had to do something there.
yeah.
They're
Wild.
You know, it's
People are
Place.
out of control. People are just out of control. Somebody rolled their car night before last, the on-ramp from Santa Fe to Hampton. Somebody drove through somebody's home in Boulder in a Porsche, drunk, ended up upside down. I mean, they must have been gone 100 miles an hour in this residential neighborhood. That house must be on a corner. That car rolled through a yard into a house and ended up upside down inside the house. People just, I don't get it. Yeah, that's Colorado for you. So if you think it's so freaking fantastic here, it's not. You want to go that way or this way?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
Yeah, it don't matter.
All right, you got your stuff in your
I
backpack,
got
right?
stuff in my backpack right now.
And you're good to go,
Yep.
and you'll be on the light rail and doing
Yep.
your thing, right?
Yep, I'll
Okay.
take care of everything and hope everything goes good with you right now.
Yeah, me too. I'll get them there so they don't miss this, because it's a matter of a warrant if they do.
Yeah, you turned into more problems for nothing. All right, well,
All
thanks
right,
so much.
Cowboy.
Yep,
Good to
thanks
see
much. Yep, and I'll talk to you.
Yep.
I'll
Just
see you tomorrow.
following, just keep following through on stuff.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, Goose.
All right.
All right, thank you again.
You bet. Bye, Cowboy. Okay. I told you. These Bokomo, are you still in here? Probably, maybe poking in and out. What'd I do? A 6-hour stream one day? And it was just one thing after another like this. All right, so we got a little bit of a drive to go rescue Nicole and her man that needs to get to court. So we're headed to do that. So we've probably got about another half an hour in the car to get to them and get back here. Or longer. Probably longer, based on where they're at. This person in front of me is not even fucking driving. They just about bounced off the curb. Now they're on the other side of the road. Do not come here. It is not a fun place. Our roads suck. Nobody knows how to drive. And us natives are really fucking sick and tired of people like you. It is, when you walk out your front door, at least my thing is, I tell myself I'm either going to die on the roads or by a cop today. That's my life in Colorado as a native. That's what I think about my once great state. I'm either going to die on the roads or a cop is going to shoot and kill me. Or potentially beat me to death, but I suspect I would get up and likely run away before I'd let a cop beat me to death. So, we were talking about Aurora and Denver, and that I have court in Denver tomorrow, right? We were talking about that before I went into Inglewood. So I just read an email from my attorney, and so I can talk about this now. And this is definitely the very reason I won't be going to Sheridan today. However, I still run a risk of being in public and live streaming where I'm going. But hey, you know, life's short. Take risks. Right, Regan? So I was telling you that Cowboy and I held out in a sweep. It's going on a few years ago. This coming summer. So some of you remember that story because some of you have been following me that long. It was an interesting situation. Cowboy is, he's a fighter. And what ended up happening, long story short, Regan went to jail for not coming out of her tent when supposedly being ordered by the popo to do so. So Regan told the popo to go get a warrant. In the meantime, Cowboy was not coming out of his tent. True story, Cowboy was not moving until Regan went to jail after the cops got the warrant. Cowboy went to a motel. Right? So I don't blame him. There's no hard feelings about it. Some people are pretty pissed off about it. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. But that case, I ended up having to take a plea deal, or I was going to be absolutely buried. True story, okay? And it's deep and it's long and it's complicated because Denver worked very, very hard to try to stop me after that went down. They were building cases to throw me in jail. They were pulling out pocket warrants. They were doing all kinds of shafty shit. Long story short there, I fought it and won most of it except this one case. So I had to take a plea deal on this case. And part of that deal was, of course, no new infractions, no new charges. Those things get really hairy when you take plea deals like that. And everyone should be aware of this because they make it sound all sweet and cute to begin with. You know, oh, just do this. It'll be a deferred judgment. It won't be on your record. Then you'll be done, clear and free. We just need you not to have any more contact with law enforcement. Right? That's literally how these are written, because it is unconstitutional to say to someone, you are guilty as charged. But we do that in these plea agreements. Okay? So if I pick up a new charge, I'm guilty. I'm guilty of having to have my court supervised probation revoked. Guess who helped that along? C. Sloan over in Aurora. Within a couple of days after my arrest in Aurora, Denver filed a motion to revoke my court supervised probation. Go figure, right? That's why that Aurora case was a heavy blow. I could have backed down. I could have walked away from that King Supers that day if it were about me. And that's the other thing that most people do recognize, that this isn't about me. This is about a bigger picture. This is about a greater movement. This is about people suffering, right? I didn't back down from Sloan that day. I didn't plan to go there to get arrested. But that dirty fucking cop, the shit he pulled on them, the only thing we have left is to verbally tell him what a fucking scumbag he is. And I wasn't going to stop. I told him that it was not going to serve him well to try to have me arrested for harassment. The trespassing was never going to stick, ever. I was willing to go out on a limb, a 50-50 chance of taking that case to trial and losing in front of a jury. I don't know, I didn't care. But the bottom line was that Denver was trying to revoke my court supervised probation, which included 24 hours of community service. So Denver also was taking their real convenient sweet time in recognizing my nonprofit as a 501c3, where I could have used my own hours that I give in excess of 50 to 60 hours a week of community service, but they wouldn't approve my nonprofit. So I was waiting to submit my community service. Well, they were making it as difficult as they could for me. They were already trying to revoke my court supervised probation. So I went to my friends at Habitat for Humanity and gave them 24 hours of my time. Not a problem, not an issue. Another great organization, loaded with great people. If you ever want to do community service at their Restore stores, it's a great way to learn about what they're doing. So my attorney resubmitted the community service hours last fall after this arrest in Aurora to Denver and said, Regan's done her community service. We're willing to stretch this out until February, so you can see essentially that this case in Aurora is bullshit and it's likely to get dismissed. So the city prosecutors agreed to that. So here we are for this court date, February 14th in Denver, where my attorney just got confirmation that the city prosecutors are withdrawing the revocation. Duh. But we still have to go to court. So these are the prices you pay when you're going to be deep in activism and addressing human rights issues. The government hates you for that. Cops hate you when you use your speech. They use violence because they hate your speech. So if you're doing any kind of activism, or if you think you're going to go out and start this YouTube channel and go out and be a part of this greater movement to hold police accountable, you better know what the hell you're getting into. Okay? Because this isn't I'm just going to go out and see what cop, violates my constitutional rights, and then I'm going to file a lawsuit. It doesn't work like that, people. It absolutely does not work like that. You will be in for the most rude awakening of a lifetime if you think that's how it works. You have to be committed for the long haul. You have to be committed to potentially be convicted and have fines and court costs and attorney's fees and all that, and on and on and on. Some people do it for a living. That's great. I don't. Let's see where she's at. Hey, I'm coming up on Morrison Road. Are you further east or west still? Okay. Okay. I can do that. I'll be right there. Left and left. Okay. Bye. Okay. So he needs to get to court. So we might make it. So for those of you that don't remember or need a refresher on Nicole in Phoenix, Inglewood stole her camper, charged him with obstruction way after the fact, or interference, whatever it was. Oh, that's not going in my car. Got a bike. Yo! That's not going in my car.
No.
Ah! Can you put it in here? Really? Can you get that?
It would go in. Or maybe, I don't know. They can ask this guy if he can watch it for me.
Do we know him? He's probably going to steal it. You know how that shit goes. If you could put it in there without getting shit all over my car. And you're all getting in here at the same time?
I'll go ask that guy if he'll watch it.
All right. Tell him if when you get back, it's still here, you'll give him $5. Okay? But you gotta hurry. You guys are gonna be late. All right, so they're gonna ask a friend, who's hopefully a friend, individual living homeless, if they will watch his bike and watch this bike. And if it's here when they come back for it, they will give him $5. Hey, I'm live streaming also, and I don't want to stop, so. So he's over there telling him, hey, I don't know you. But if you watch my bike and I come back, can I give you $5? Well, shit, you're not supposed to give him the $5 right now. Well, you didn't have to give him the $5 right now. Hopefully it's there.
Hopefully.
Because if you come back and it's not, you want your $5 back.
Yep. Well, $10. I gave him $10 anyway.
You did?
Well,
Why didn't you guys call me? God damn it! Why?
I thought we would be able to make it there, but I don't know. I don't like bugging people, really.
Yeah, I know. But the alternative.
Thank you, Reagan.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I want you cut. We need to finish this case. Because I literally was just over there fighting with them about this body cam footage and the use of force.
And what did they say?
They got a new woman talking to me now who I've never seen or met before. The other woman hasn't been to work, Renee, the one that we talked to before. She's been gone since last week. Nobody knows when she's coming back. That Commander Leclerc, or whatever his name is, who has the answers of what I'm looking for, walks out, looks at me, kind of laughs at all the women, and then goes back behind. They are avoiding this like the plague because they do not want to show what went down. And now they're telling me it's going to cost $250 to get this body cam footage. Yep.
What?
Yep. That was my last communication with Renee. I said, look, this isn't going to work. I said, you need to get me in touch with someone who's going to give me some damn answers.
Wow.
Because first it's $25, then it's, I don't know how long it's going to take to do the redaction. So we max out at $250. So I guarantee you, they're going to want $250. We ain't ever getting that body cam footage. Unless this case gets closed and I can go back and identify the exact cop that roughed you up and try to find that time frame and
It was in the very beginning, because I was the first.
Was he anywhere near you during the arrest?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I was in the back. You didn't.
See?
I was there.
That's what we're arguing about. Because remember, I said that these cases should be divided up because they have really nothing to do with one another.
They're not.
You just happen to be in the same areas at different times. Okay? So they won't.
They left. They took off with me in the car before
They even went in there.
they even went in there to get him.
Yep, I know. So,
They knew I was there. They've been watching for a minute. They knew I was there.
yeah, but then they'd have to admit that. They're not going to admit that because then.
Wouldn't that be like a level of harassment, kind of?
Well, what was the reason for contact?
Right.
See?
Right.
It goes back to that. But don't say too much about that case.
I'm just going to stay quiet to the whole thing. I'm just going to plead not guilty and just remain quiet.
Have you talked to the public
I
defender?
have not.
You filled the application out. You left it last time we were here. You put your phone number on there, but they haven't contacted you.
No.
Okay. You do not do anything
Yeah, I'm just going to stay quiet. Like I told
without a public defender.
Mhm.
They have to provide you with counsel.
So and that's before. So they'll call him up and then try to get him without counsel, right?
No.
So
Not
plead without counsel, or
Yeah,
no?
he can, but
Just tell him no, you're not doing anything without counsel.
you've already applied for the public defender. It's a done deal. The judge knows this. I'm not worried about this judge. Okay, he's not going to pull any bullshit. This judge will not do that. He knows that he's entitled to this public defender. The city of Inglewood is having to go out, contract, and find public defenders. And I guarantee you, they probably don't have one for him. And if they do, they should be there today. That's their job. So if there's not a public defender there today, then they have failed and not provided you with one yet.
Is that in the case, kind of?
And so, not really. It interferes with your speedy trial rights. So you might want to be asking the judge, what about my right to go to a speedy trial? I'm not an attorney, and I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm just giving you process advice. So they're delaying you being able to face your accuser.
Why would they want to do that?
Because they're incompetent. They're absolutely incompetent. Look at this road. You can't even fucking drive in this lane. You're gonna go down into the earth and back up. I'm just getting so sick of this. My car is so jacked up. I ripped my bumper off.
Did you?
Did you see that bungee on my bumper?
No, I didn't
Oh,
look.
for crying out loud.
What happened?
I took three of the guys down to Stout Street. It was snowing. It was one of those snowy days. And those stupid ass pylons that they have to keep the bike lanes separate of parking spaces. They have a pylon in the wrong spot. It's in a parking spot.
Oh.
And I thought that I maneuvered in there good enough and didn't realize that I'd run over the pylon and it popped up under my car. And then I backed up and it just ripped the bumper off my car.
Yeah, this lane's horrible when I try to drive on it in my RV. It makes everything fall. I'm also gonna talk to him about my ticket. I haven't heard anything
You
from
haven't
that either.
Have you checked your mail?
I went one time and it wasn't there.
The time we went? You went after?
After that, yeah.
Really? So they still don't have a verdict for you. So here's another interesting thing, if you guys don't know. Nicole filed an appeal for these parking violations that they originally made contact with her about. And Kanitha, who's the court clerk administrator, apparently is
She's the deciding factor.
the determinator
Yeah.
of that appeal. And she has, so what's the amount of time they're allowed? Forever? Because
It says 45 days. It's
Yeah,
up
45
to
days.
45 days. But
Up
then
to.
what? And
It's
then
been, how long has it been? That was the middle of December you filed that?
yeah, well, yeah, it was the December 9th, I think.
December 9th. Okay, so yeah, we need to find out about that today. I think we might only be 5 minutes late. We might even be right on time. I can't believe how good traffic is today. What's going on?
Everybody's off work.
I don't know why. For Valentine's Day?
Happy
I'm
Valentine's
celebrating
Day.
early. Did you like my outfit?
Yeah, I do. You look
I
nice.
knew you would. Look at my boots.
Oh, those are cute.
Aren't those cute?
Uh-huh. Pink.
I have to go to court in Denver tomorrow
Oh, tomorrow?
for that probation revocation. They're dismissing. I mean, it's not going forward.
Uh-huh.
That Aurora case that I got arrested on,
Uh-huh.
they dismissed that too.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So can your bumper be snap back on or like?
Yeah, one side of it, most of the clips weren't broke. The other side, most all of the clips were broke. So I've got to reorder those.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we're gonna have to take the back tail lights off. It's gonna take some time. they're not. They don't get away anymore now. Bullshitting you over this appeal. They better have an answer for you today
Mm-hmm.
on those.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm pretty sure it had been 45 days the last time we checked.
Oh yeah, just about, or something like that. Right up to it. And it's already been another 3 weeks out.
Yeah, and Kanitha wasn't available. These people are never available. It's fascinating to me.
Like, when do they work?
Okay, everybody, if you're... Are you still with us? Yeah, we got lots of people watching. Hey, if you're just jumping in here, everybody, I know you're curious about what's going on in Sheridan today. I will not be in Sheridan. However, others will be, and you should tune in to the Denver Metro Audits channel. Anywhere from 5 to 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We are currently headed to the Inglewood courts for court and other business. And remember, peons do not get to use the bathrooms inside the courthouse. If you all recall, last time we were here, they're having a meth problem, supposedly, in the library. So they had to shut down the whole damn building. You can't use the bathrooms. Everybody's got to go outside and use a porta potty, except the staff. They can use the third floor restrooms, but not the peasants. And I need to use the restroom. So we're pretty much going to be on time. When I said about a half an hour, we pulled it off. That was assuming traffic could be good. It's been good. So we got lucky. Who knew there'd be so much activity in Inglewood today? It's funny when you called because, like I said, I was in the police department, but I just got done helping Cowboy get another ID, and I'd taken him over to McDonald's over there to get lunch and get on the light rail. To get behind this truck that's going 3 miles an hour. La, da, da, da. This is getting anywhere. It's crazy here. We're back in Inglewood. Did he file a restraining order against Martinez for his threats to your physical well-being? Well, the answer to that is no. I think we're going to have to wait for process to play out. So for those of you that are unaware about that, Martinez, the chief of police over in Sheridan, put in a statement in writing that Denver Metro Audits and Regan Benson's actions need to be curtailed before law enforcement is unnecessarily forced into a violent or into unnecessarily forced into a violent confrontation. Whatever it was. Whatever I said earlier is what it was. Essentially, he's saying that law enforcement is going to use deadly force on us if we don't stop what we're doing. So I think you will be hearing more about that tonight in Sheridan. So I'm not going to say a whole lot more about that. So just tune in to the Denver Metro Audits channel. We are in Inglewood. I would like to at least go in with you and see what's...
You do whatever you want to.
Yeah. Well, you guys are probably going to need a ride back to...
We don't necessarily need. I have bus things to take the light rail back.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's not.
Well, you guys go get checked in. I'll be
Okay.
up here.
Okay.
That security's been cool the last few times we've been here.
Yeah.
So that's the bottom line. You're supposed to have representation.
Okay.
So okay, so they are here in Inglewood. I'm going to go in there momentarily. I think I'll probably... It's a 50-50 deal on whether or not I should end this live stream or not before going in there. You know, most of the time, I don't go into the Inglewood courts recording because, well, there for a while, I had to because they were so stupid. But I typically don't go into courtrooms recording until security starts acting stupid. And last time we were here, the security was fantastic. They had a whole new crew. I told them that they were just great. Hopefully they're still here. Hopefully there aren't going to be any issues if I go in there, not recording. But if there are, I won't hesitate to pull out my phone and start recording them. But I just won't be live. So, Stacy Q, thank you very much. Hi, Brian Lee. We've been doing this live stream for quite a while. Can Phoenix get the BWC from his public defender? The question to that is yes. Is it releasable to the public? No. And will that public defender give it to him? Likely not, even though he's entitled to it. But thank you for that reminder, Bokomo, because we're going to address that. Karen Oaks Branch is in the house. Karen, thank you very much for all your support and your gifts and jewelry. You guys, Karen has sent me some beautiful jewelry. It's been amazing stuff. I admittedly don't have any on today, Karen. I'm sorry. I didn't have any hearts to go with my goofy outfit. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Ooh, I see somebody put more money in this super chat. I want to show you all my Valentine's Day outfit again, in case you didn't see it. I got the scarf. I got the shirt. I got the pants. And I got the boots. Oh, wait, hold on. Did we miss it? There. The pants and the boots. So, this is just the free Valentine's outfit. Wait till you see what I'm going to wear to court tomorrow. Ooh, good times. So, for those of you that that got to see how I started the live stream. What time is Denver Metro Audit's live stream? I want you guys to pay attention anywhere from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's pretty much about all I know. There. So, now that I put these on, I can't read a single thing. Y'all are telling me. So, these will be my sunglasses, unless I need to see, between today and tomorrow. They make the whole outfit. Thank you, Johnny Bravo. Thank you very much. Modern Retro Radio. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I think I am going to end this. I'm going to go in there, and see how this case is progressing for them. These two advocate well for themselves, just as long as they follow through and stay consistent in their follow through. So, you guys, thank you very much for joining in. And I probably will see you all later in Denver Metro Audit's live stream. Tonight is going to be important, and you should all tune in. Stay apprised with what's going on with the corruption in Sheridan. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. So, at any rate, I'm headed in there. Peace. Kisses. Love. Mwah.